From Darling Stadium in Hampton, WHCS Cable Channel 46 presents Peninsula District Girls Soccer. The Hampton Crabbers visiting the Kecoughtan Warriors. Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Tim Cole along with Bob Hintz, and we welcome you to a sun-drenched, very warm Darling Stadium for this afternoon's game between the homestanding Kecoughtan Warriors with a 5-1 district record and 11-2 record overall against the visiting Hampton Crabbers. And a playing of the national anthem. Sorry we got started right as they did. Sometimes it works out and sometimes it doesn't.
Yeah, that's okay.
But anyway, Bob, we've got the district leading Kecoughtan Warriors girls soccer team. And there in the middle of your screen are the officials for today's contest. Larry Barrickman, Carla Nagel, and as best we can determine, Mr. No, not to be confused with Dr. No of Bond fame.
Oh, Bond, James
Bond, that's right.
The Kecoughtan Warrior girls actually are in second place. They lost one game to Gloucester.
That's right.
In the district, and that was a game last week, which was a real good game, went into overtime. In fact, that's the only team that the Kecoughtan Warriors under Jennifer and Scott Tyson that they don't have a winning record against. They're 2-3-1, so they hope to meet them, and they will meet them probably in the tournament, which starts on May 22nd. It's going to be held up at Gloucester, and that the top four teams will go. Kecoughtan will go as the number 2 seed, and then they will meet probably Gloucester in the finals on the 26th. And, of course, that give them a chance to win there. And, of course, if they win, they automatically go to the regionals, even if they just win the first contest. So,
all right, here are the starting lineups. First of all, for the visiting Hampton Crabbers. I'll let you just check this out. Sparkman Gaines. I can't see that.
Bottomley. I can't read it either.
But you see the names on your screen, and in goal is Grace Shin. And she will be tested early here as the Warriors just miss an opportunity to score in the early going here as the kick by Andrea Broski was wide to the left. And,
well, Andrea is just a freshman, Tim. I don't want to interrupt you, but I told her earlier I went over to the roster, over to the sideline. I says, where's Andrea Broski? And she says, that's me. And I said, I just want to let you know I coached your daddy in junior high school.
Yeah, how old did that make you feel?
Well, I was a real young teacher.
That's right. There you go. All right, we have a shot on goal, and Grace Shin plays it. We are underway from Darling Stadium. This game videotaped on the 10th of May, the year 2000. Temperature at game time, very warm after a very cool spring. The last couple of weeks, the last week or so at least, has been very warm, and this afternoon is no exception as the humidity has also started to rise.
Yeah, so it has since this afternoon. Early this morning wasn't so bad, but it was 91 when I got to the stadium. So if we get a little bit a cloud cover and the wind, maybe we'll cool off a little bit.
Well, there is a pretty good breeze, and the wind right now is gusting around, so it's difficult to determine what effect it might have, but it looks to be going from left to right as we look at the screen.
And then you see Kecoughtan's lineup, and that's Baster, Broski, Thompson, Driftmeyer, Walk, Gabriel, Broman, Ward, Hebert, Phillips, and Hartman as a goalkeeper.
And that is Hebert, not Herbert.
No, it's Hebert.
Hebert, no R.
Brian Hebert's daughter.
There you go.
Whether you win or lose, you get to play.
And an opportunity and a save by the Warriors. That's Becky, excuse me, not Becky, but rather her sister, Katie Hartman, in goal. Becky Hartman is also on the team. We well remember them from basketball days over at Kecoughtan. And those young ladies also are the granddaughters of a good friend of my family's.
We don't hold that against you.
Yeah. Or against them.
That's what I meant, against them.
On the left wing, the Warriors.
Oh, nice pass, nice pass. Oh, a little too far.
A little too far is right, as goalkeeper Shin is able to make the stop. And a good kick downfield with a little help from that wind. She's got the wind at her back right now. As you look at the screen, the field rather, the wind is going from left to right.
Let's go back to courtside again. Bob has head coach Walter Brown.
This the second and final coverage here on Channel 46 of high school soccer this spring. And we want to thank our corporate sponsor this afternoon, the good folks at Zooms, with David Allen and those fine folks being a consistent and constant advertiser and support here on Channel 46. We appreciate their support. Warriors again moving in, and a shot on goal, but an offsides was ruled on the far side of the field by Mr. No.
Mr. No. Tim, we will pick a player of the game for both of these teams this afternoon. That player will receive a plaque and a T-shirt. Plaque comes from Engraving Inc. They're located at the Taft Square on Route 17. For all your engraving needs, contact Jim at 596-8850. Dave Buckwalter is the owner. The shirt comes from Islander Hardware and Sporting Goods. They're located in Poquoson. They can meet all your sports needs with a full line of athletic goods, both team and individual, equipment, uniforms, plus screen printing. Call Dave Chubb at 868-8467. John Roberts is the owner.
Of the outcome of this game, both of these teams will advance to the quarterfinals. The big
And we will
is the fact that
see a toss in by the Crabbers.
home here at Churchland next Saturday night to host the quarterfinals of the state championship rounds. And of course the Hampton Crabbers would like to be here so that they can in fact be the host team. Nansemond River, on the other hand, obviously wants to do the same. So in
The announcer's having a little trouble with Mr. No. You sure that isn't Dr. No?
It's Dr.
point of elimination, no, it's not a factor. But to have the offense,
Again, the Warriors on the attack. Good centering pass, broken up by the Hampton defense. And the ball across the touchline.
Number 5, Rashawn Lawrence.
And a throw in by the Warriors. So they'll keep possession.
21, Trenton Edwards.
Shot well wide and high over the goal. That one taken by the Warriors. Number 20, Gwen Gabriel, the senior. She's a midfielder at 5'1", 145 pounds. I guess we shouldn't tell the girls weight. Is that appropriate to do that? Probably don't want to hear that, right?
Well, if you
on the
get
roster,
nasty
right?
letters, then you know it was wrong.
I'm just reading what I see.
Number 45, Clarence Lewis.
You get a chance to watch a replay of the shot on goal as we see the live action here. Again, Shin, here's the shot on goal of a moment ago.
55, Troy Godwin.
And we're back to the live action. A little freeze frame there for you.
At forward, a 6'7" senior for the Warriors, number 24,
There you
Terrence
go.
Wilson.
Crabbers, red and white, as you might expect, on the attack.
Forward, a 6'5" senior for the Nansemond River Warriors, number 51, Anthony Jones.
Good job that time by Becky Hartman. That's not Becky Hartman, is it? Number 21 out there? Becky is not playing, Tim. And I do mention this is senior day for the young ladies, and this is the last year that Jennifer and Scott are going to coach. She's going to take off time and have a baby.
Is 21 Becky Hartman, right?
Well, no, she has had knee surgery, so she's not even playing. I don't know who 21 is then.
Yeah, we'll have to
Let's see who I don't have a 21. We have a 21 out there on a.
You brought it up.
I know. Number 8, Candace Sharp also has a knee problem and has yet not been determined whether she's going to need an operation or not.
Good
Nice save.
Yes, Grace Shin, but with an excellent save. That ball destined to go over her head, but a good leaping stop, preventing the goal as we remain 1-0. Excuse me, I get it right yet here. 0-0 in the first half is what I was trying to say.
Marquise Higgins.
Warriors have had the best opportunities so far.
Number 40, Brad Conyer.
Again, movement down the left wing with Broski.
She does a good job of centering that ball over.
She certainly does, and that time the defense once again able to break up the play.
The Hampton Grabber girls are doing a good job of getting back on defense and not giving. The Warriors had a real open shot at the goal in the first series down, and after that they have not been as fortunate. But
it's faint, Bob, but there actually is, because of the gentleman who was kind enough to give us the officials' names, and I'll get his name so we can give him credit before we're done. But he has the clock running. The good news is the clock is running. The bad news is the sun's shining directly on it. It's hard to see.
Yeah, it looked like 30 minutes and something.
At guard, a 5'10" junior for the Hampton Crabbers.
The reason we bring that up is the clock, for those of you who don't necessarily know, the clock runs continually, and it is a 40-minute half, two of them. And there can be time added to that for injuries. If there is an official stoppage of play to attend to an injured player, then of course time can be added to that. But the official time is kept on the field.
Watch this. This is number 20, Gabriel. She's been 4 years on the varsity team. His first year as a sophomore, she was on first team. She's been playing since she's been about 9 years old.
Referee will be Steve Whitley, Ernie Banks, and Rick Ennis.
Again, a good clearing kick by
for tonight's contest.
Goalkeeper Shin.
The Crabbers have been designated as the home team. They will be, of course, in the white uniforms with the black numerals. The Warriors with the black uniforms with the red numerals and red trim. We're about set.
And Broski's been very busy at that left wing. Now at the goal line, and unable to keep it from going out of bounds was Allie Baster, excuse me.
And of course, 4 8-minute quarters in high school basketball. No
Substitutions coming in for Kecoughtan. And I've been busy on the web since we met last, Bob.
And you know, Andy and Scotty have just been sitting on pins and needles waiting to find out what pearls you have obtained.
But I have. I went deep into the web. Very deep. But I think I mentioned this last year, or not even been the year before. The history of soccer going all the way back to 206 BC in the country of China.
They used to use what as a ball, Tim?
A leather ball. The Chinese were pretty standard with that, but legends report the Eskimos used to also play a game similar to, and I use the word similar to because each country has a different variety, and it was called Asquatak. And they had goals that were 10 miles apart. That's right. You had to be in real good shape.
Well, not only that, but let's see, 10 miles. It'd take you half a day to get from one goal to the other, wouldn't it?
It would. Imagine a goalie kick. And each half was 9 years long. But the balls were stuffed with caribou hair, grass, and moss. See? And then in the Pacific Islands, they also played a game by using coconut, oranges, and pig bladders for the balls. You know, this is stuff you can't just find just anywhere. You got to go deep into the web to find this stuff. I've got more. I'll share some of this with you as we go along. Right now, the field would seem to be tilted in the direction of the Hampton goal, as most of the action has been to our left. This is a centering pass that goes over, actually hit the top of the crossbar, and a shot on goal and a save by Shin, who has been extremely busy and has played very well. And without her excellent play, this game could be 1 or 2 to nothing at this point.
You're right there.
Again, aided by the wind, the Crabbers get a break on a good clearing kick, and now they're in the attack zone.
Johnny says, go to the basket.
Well, I asked Jennifer Tyson, if you were playing a team that was, same caliber as you, it was going to be a tough team, would you take the win for the second or the first half? She said, we would take the win for the first half and try to get them wore out and get more shots on goal. As you're seeing in this case, Kecoughtan is getting more shots on goal, but the Crabbers are not having any trouble getting that ball down the field once it gets in the hands of Grace Shin.
The reigning state champion, Hampton Crabbers, trying to do it again this year.
Warriors trying to center it. Broken up by the Crabbers, now taken. And again, the defense for Hampton preventing further action. Good job by Hampton's number 13, Sherry Gaines, to break that last play up.
Now they're in a 2-1-2 zone.
Now the Warriors center. And a header, which is off the mark. And the defense for Hampton tries to clear, but it's not out. Now they do.
20. This game, of course, if you're watching it.
And the Crabbers with a breakaway.
And then it'll also be shown Sunday.
Good job
Oh,
by
nice
the
job.
Kecoughtan defense as Tara Ward did a good job getting back.
Is that Tyra?
Tyra.
We want to make sure we spell her name the way she wants us to, or pronounce it anyway.
Tyra Ward. Like Tyra Banks, I guess.
I think so. Oh, I got some real gems here from these young ladies at Kecoughtan.
Good. Gems like in jokes or what kind of things?
I like walking on the beach. I can do a good Shana Twain imitation.
Well, good. Let's get some of those gems.
We will get some of those in. Talk a little bit about Katie Hartman. She's the goalkeeper down there. She's a senior. Has played soccer for varsity for 3 years. Her identical twin sister plays varsity also, she said. But because of her knee, she is out. She's had some shutouts. She's going to go to Radford. And she says, that's about it. Easy, Tim, easy.
Jim here is rapidly rising, and so is
Lucky me, the allergies are back.
Bill as well.
Those of you that missed the running commentary last week.
Running being the operative word.
Yeah. Tim was having a problem with allergies.
There must be some really good stuff around here, I'll tell you.
Well, I tell you, you get here and you just
instant allergy time.
Aaron Chambliss with his first basket, and we're tied once again.
Got a substitution for Hampton. Loretta Guthrie is the substitution. We get a little help from our PA announcer here. What else you got there? Bristol.
Well, they're talking about Bristol Bowman. She's just a 9th grader, Tim, and has played varsity field hockey as well as soccer and has started for both teams. That's quite an accomplishment as a freshman. She's been on Phillips Select team for 3 years. She's been playing soccer since she's been 8. Scored 3 goals this season, and she's determined, she says, to get a header, score a goal with a header before the year is out. So we'll see.
Hampton will throw in.
And that'll bring in number 42 for the Crabbers, Jerry
A little
Green.
adjustment to where the ball went out of bounds. Not too much of an
The
advantage.
assistant coach is over there
She
now.
moves about 10 strides forward before she throws it in anyway.
Mark Williams.
Yeah, they do that. Allie Baster got a 4.37 GPA, Tim. That's just, to me, is just awesome. She's just a junior. Her nickname is Rico. Now, don't ask me where she gets
I
that.
was just going to ask you, but we won't.
I love what she says. She's has an extensive eraser collection.
An extensive eraser collection.
Yeah. She played soccer since she was 5, and she says Becky Hartman is her hero.
All right.
It's always nice to know.
He's what you call a white ball.
Again, goalie Grace Shin with the good clearing kick. This will go out of bounds, last touched by the Crabbers.
Rebecca Metz, who likes to be called just Metz, is number 7 out there. She got GPA of 3.67. Plans to be a pro surfer after college. Right
Pro
now,
surfer? Is that what you
yeah,
said?
she's sponsored by Hotline Surfboards.com or something currently.
Huh.
She's surfing in the ESA, loves soccer, and playing on this team.
All right, what's the ESA?
Your guess, Eastern Surfers Association.
I guess that would be the conclusion.
If you step out, that opens up the inside.
Candace Sharp, number 8 out there, has been playing soccer for 9 years. Made all-district team last year. Second all-district team year before. All-tournament team last year. Has had 22 goals last year. Runs cross country. Plays soccer winter league. Made all-star soccer team. Is going to go to Montreat College and has a scholarship to play soccer. That's awesome.
Goalie kick coming up. Again, the Warriors doing a good job on the attack, but still unable to dent the scoreboard yet, as we have played about 26 minutes, if I can read the scoreboard correctly.
So what I'm going to do is talk about the Kecoughtan girls first half and the Hampton girls second half. How's that?
I think that's a great
Break it up. Megan Bradner, I'm sorry, I can't even read this right. She's just a freshman. Played select soccer for 2.5 years, runs Kecoughtan cross country team, and she's been playing soccer since she was in the second grade. Tyra Ward, number 10. Been playing varsity soccer for 2 years. Field hockey for 2 years. She's going to play field hockey in college and was first district, all district this year on the field hockey team. Oh, listen to that. Tim, you would appreciate this. She won a hula hoop contest at a pep rally. And I know you're a good hula hooper, ain't you?
Well, if I can get it to fit around my waist. It's hard. I have to get a hula hoop from Hula Hoops Chubby. That's the only way I can get them, because they have to be, they have to have the 48 chubby size to them. Otherwise, I just stand there and it doesn't go anywhere. It just hangs there.
Anyway, Tyra likes, her nickname is Bambi.
Hula hooping. I heard a voice. It couldn't have been Mr. Andy. Hey, I got some stuff for you guys in the truck here. I want to share this with you now. While Bob is giving you all this good stuff as we watch the action here, the Warriors offsides. That was almost a good play. And I do have somewhere here the ruling to describe what is offsides.
While you're looking at that, I'll talk about Julie Driftmeyer. She's got a 4.30. She's in the National Honor Society, Key Club, Mu Alpha Theta, SCA rep. She's got all kinds of nicknames. Jewel, Springtime, loves Dawson Creek, loves Corn Pops, and her hero is Julie Fondy. You know who she is?
No, but I'm watching good play by Grace Shin right now as she gets the ball out of harm's way, only to have the Warriors regain possession, and Grace will watch the Kecoughtan's errant shot cross the goal line and give the Crabbers a goalie kick.
Kelly Messina.
No, wait a minute. Who is the woman who's the person you want to know? Did I know who that was? Julie Fondy?
Fondy or Fody?
Shoot,
I don't know.
I'm so old I couldn't start. Let me tell you what I wanted to tell you about this American folklore stories about when the Pilgrims arrived in the New World. They played a game similar to soccer. We're about to have a goal scored, and we do.
Number 45.
Let's see if as soon as she turns her back and we can get her number. That is number 2.
That's Bristol Bowman, just a freshman.
Bristol Bowman scores the first goal.
Curry again, dishes to Blizzard.
And we'll watch this again.
The presence of the defense and then trouble.
And I tell you, Shin has done such a great job. Grace came out, slipped as she tried to stop the ball, and that's the only reason that goal was scored. But she's been doing a great job down there. It's been very busy.
That was a sure two if Blizzard.
And we've got a player for the Crabbers that is shaken up. So we will have a momentary stoppage of play here while the coach for Hampton.
Yeah, he's not in a big rush.
Well, he probably thinks his girls could use a breather. But let me finish my quick little story here. I want to tell you about this. Was pretty interesting stuff here. Or, of course, you'll be the judge of that, right? But I'm going to try and pronounce what the Pilgrims, when it came to New World, they played a game known as Soccer-Kecoughtan. Soccer-Kecoughtan.
That's easy for you to say.
No, it's not. And it was played by the American Indians, or the Native Americans, as they're more appropriately referred to. And the word that I tried to pronounce means, if you take it in Native American language, means they gather to play ball with the foot. These games were played on the beaches. I mentioned this last time, on the coast of Massachusetts, and violence was prevalent. Injuries and broken bones were common. Players dressed in disguises and wore war paint. The goals were said to be a mile apart, and as many as 1,000 players were playing. The American Indians would play this game for several days at a time, and then they'd finish with a huge feast.
Only those that were left standing.
That's right. But isn't that amazing? Now, 1,000 players? I have one question.
Glad we didn't have to call the game.
Well, that's not a question. That's a statement that I'm going to abide by. But how do you officiate a game with that many players?
I don't think there was any officials.
and who kept the clock? Yeah. Tough game to play. 1,000 players, broken bones.
And they just left him lay and kept right on going.
That's right.
Kelly Messina, 3.89 GPA. She's a 9th grader, plays select, played JVs in 8th grade, and also plays field hockey. Andrea Browski. Young lady's dad was a student of mine in junior high school.
Well, her brother now plays on the boys team, too.
Doing a real good job,
yeah,
yes.
Scored 2 goals the other day.
She's got a 3.12. She's left-footed. She plays select. She's been playing soccer since she was 4 years old, was on the JV team last year. Tracy Phillips, number 15, 10th grader. 2nd year on the varsity. Cross country for 2 years. JV basketball, varsity track, 4.25 GPA. She's 13th in her class. Sophomore class historian is recently accepted into the Governor's School for Science and Technology. Wow. Tracy Phillips, wow, that's awesome.
Warriors again on the attack, and a shot on goal will be wide to the left. So a break there. And again, a break caused by good play by Grace Shin to come out, force the play, force the Warrior attacker to kick the ball wide. Watch the replay here. You're going to see an excellent effort by Grace Shin as she comes out and forces the play and the shot to go wide. Had she not done that, it's very likely they would have had a much better opportunity. So good play by Grace.
Selena Cerrone, number 16, 9th grader, 4.13 GPA, played select, has played soccer since she was 6. Was an MVP in middle school and in leading goal scorer while she was in middle school on their team. Chelsea Walk, 10th grader, 3.3, playing soccer for 12 years. That's about how old she is. No, I'm just teasing.
Careful now. These girls, they find out you're saying bad stuff.
Oh, I'm teasing her. She played for the Virginia State team. Had played for Kecoughtan for 2 years. Played on the tennis team for 2 years. Her best friend is Tyra.
See where the wind affected that kick, and the vast difference here. You saw Hartman, Katie, try to clear it with a goalie kick, and the wind just pushed it back and out and gives Hampton an opportunity to be in the attack zone. But the defense for the Warriors comes up big, and they steal, and they're coming back the other way. It's a foot race. And the Crabbers will just play the ball out of bounds. Back on defense, that was Melissa, make sure I pronounce this correctly, Porrett, P-O-R-R-E-T-T.
And as of this moment, no move to get him out of the
Nikki
game.
Thompson has got a 4.12 GPA. She's a senior on the team. This is her first year on varsity. She ran track and field last year, and this year decided to play varsity soccer. 4-time MVP on the cross-country team. She's going to Barton College. Played in the Winter League for 3 years.
What's her name?
Nikki Thompson.
Well, you mentioned Barton College. Is she a senior?
Yep.
Well, I'll have to give her name to my nephew. He's going to Barton College in the fall.
Oh, very good.
Nice school down in North Carolina, just wide. of the net. Yep, that's a excellent school for music and fine arts.
Oh, very good.
Peter is going down there on a pretty substantial scholarship.
Peter who?
Peter, my nephew.
Well, what's Peter's? Does Peter have a last name? Maybe Nikki wants to look him up. But you gonna run around and look for all the Peters? Hey, June, are you related to Tim Cole?
Just be quiet a minute. I'll tell you, Peter Mercier, the third.
The third. Well,
yes, yeah. I stayed right away from that one, Scotty.
well, it was out before. All right. Aaron Hebert.
Another opportunity. Score.
Yes.
Again, through no lack of effort on Grace Shin's part, but the Warriors just coming too often downfield with the wave of attack.
Was that, that looks like Broski? Is that who that is?
I think that's number 18, Nikki Thompson. I'm trying to pick up the number, I believe. Yep, that's 18.
18.
So that would be Nikki Thompson.
Anyway, talk about Ms. Hebert. She's 12th grader, 4th year on varsity, 3.75 GPA. Field Hockey Player of the Year last year, in '99. Second team All-District in soccer, All-Star team of soccer in 2000. She's going to go to Radford and play field hockey. Her dad is a good friend of ours, Brian Hebert. Gwen Gabriel, senior, 4 years on the varsity. Been on it since a sophomore. Injured her knee 1 year and has been playing since she's been 9. Played select for the Beach, First Colonial maybe, FC.
First Colonial.
And she's also going to Barton College. She's graduating with highest honors.
Let me get these names for my nephew. What's her name?
That was Gwen Gabriel.
Gwen Gabriel. She is number 20.
Oh, they got a foul.
Andrea Pippins. Andrea, number 22, is 9th grader, plays basketball and tennis. On the varsity level, been playing soccer for 4 years. Does a real good China Twain impression. She likes to write. She's trilingual. Not bilingual, but trilingual.
What language does she speak besides English?
She didn't tell me, but she's very sensitive and has a good sense of humor.
That team fired up to play against them. They come out ready to play. And I tell you, they did a great job against the Booker T team last night.
Well, this is no fluke that Nansemond River is here by any means. They are a good team.
If you joined us late, you're watching the Warriors of Kecoughtan and the Crabbers of Hampton battle girls soccer 2-0 in favor of the Warriors here in the first half, as we are approaching the about the 36-minute mark. If my eyes are not deceiving, 35-minute mark at least. No, that's right, 40
How
minutes.
many are we going?
40-minute half, so that would be the 29-minute mark. Let me back that up. About 11 minutes left. Divide by 2.
And carry the 1.
Carry your 1. And wait for a cloud so we can read the score. But in any event, the first half is roughly 35 minutes into the half, and it's 2-0 on goals by Bristol Bowman and Nikki Thompson for the second place Kecoughtan Warriors.
The ball got to Muffin Curry, so the Crabbers will have the ball down by 2. So when Curry
Crabbers bringing in some fresh players.
Story went out, the Crabbers were up by 1, so we'll keep track of that and see just how much, if any.
Heather Jones and number 18 Carrie Sparkman check in for the Lady Crabbers. I want to remind all of the viewers that we'll have the boys contest between these two schools as well here on Channel 46, so be sure and watch for that coming up.
Hagen speeds down low.
Kecoughtan 2 and Hampton nothing as we are winding down the first half of play here.
We got Gunter in there right now, Alfonso.
Watch some of the action here. This will be the play leading up to the foul. You can see pushing with the body.
This is the aforementioned Gwen Gabriel. Nice job getting around the Hampton defense. Gabriel still has it, but it blocked at the defense.
Oh, nice move.
Nice move is right, as she dribbles cleanly away from the defender, but now loses it on the pass.
What happened last night? That's correct. Spring.
And it's kept back in the attack zone by Tracy Phillips, number 15. And now the ball goes across the touchline, and Hampton will throw in.
Is really rebounding. He's one of the smaller kids out there. He's only 5'10".
But he's a smart kid. You know, he knows positioning is the key to rebounding.
Well, I've just been informed. I got to get this man's name here. He's been more help than you, Bob. I'll tell you. We got 9 minutes and 28 seconds left in the half. See, he's shown me how to read a scoreboard without having to see the scoreboard.
Well, let me tell you something, Timothy.
Just kidding.
You look
Robert.
at all that rosters and all I do
I'm
for
just teasing with you.
you.
I'll
You
tell
really know how to hurt a guy.
No, when I did the AAU basketball game,
You missed me, didn't
I
you?
missed you. I had to go hunt down all these rosters, and by golly, I really appreciated you when I realized what it is that you bring to me on the moments before the game when I have no idea who the players are. I'm just teasing.
Well, they've got,
Did you get his name?
reserves in it right now. The only starters are
Not yet,
Aaron Chambliss
but I'm working on it. I'm keeping the viewers in suspense.
Higgins, Gunner, and Green.
Besides, I don't want to get them too built up.
Gunter, Higgins,
Last time we were here for the Phoebus
along with Blizzard and Chambliss.
and Bethel games, it was just you and me. No scoreboard, no help, no PA announcer, no anything.
Looked like he might have walked.
Kecoughtan again, deep in the Hampton zone. Shot on goal, off the goal post. Rebound is loose.
Yes.
Wow,
Ball was
talking-
bouncing all over the
I'm
place.
telling you, Hampton dodged a huge bullet there. That ball was all but in the net. The defense and the goalie Shin did a good job of keeping that ball out of the net.
And we've got a hand check. 2 shots left. Come on. Marcus
Hampton
Higgins
desperately
called for a
needing
hand
to
check.
mount some attack
And that means that we're shooting two.
as they have the wind at their backs, but now
Still, he signaled 2 before.
watch some of the action here on replay. This was that last situation where the Warriors had some great opportunities, and the Crabbers defense hung in there and was able to clear it out. Now back to the live action. This is Gabriel, her
I
pass.
tell you, she is very active out there, isn't she?
Yes, she is. She has really set up her teammates very well here in the first half.
It'll be
Again, with that trailing wind, the goalie able to clear the ball 3/4 of the length of the field.
Crabbers are in the bonus.
With that kind of wind in a boys' game, they'd be careful as a goal kick from
Really,
one end to
shot
the
on
other.
goal from the goalie. You're absolutely right. And it is a substantial breeze at the backs of the Hampton Crabbers.
Defense by the Warriors. That was a push-off. Didn't get that call.
Allie Baster checking in for the Lady Warriors.
So you got some players for the Crabbers that are not regulars in there. Nice fade. A good block. So the Warrior fans who are behind us cheering the defensive efforts by the Warriors.
Watch the replay.
Watch the replay.
Again, Warriors, good job. This is Nikki Thompson. Shot on goal, cut the corner. Nikki Thompson
Yes, she
scores.
did. Great job.
So Nikki has her second consecutive goal.
Blizzard
Comes with about 6 minutes left in the first half, and it increases the Kecoughtan lead as we watch the replay here. Just caught the corner.
Well, I tell you, and you know, yeah, Grace is giving up a few, but she has made those shots at tough angles for the Lady Warriors.
Let me tell you something. It could easily be 5 or 6 to nothing without her play. The Warriors have been in the zone perpetually here in the first half, and only through the fine efforts of the keeper has the score been kept to 3.
At the same time, 2 of the officials, so at least they were on the same page.
Warriors showing their their superior skills here in this contest as Shin comes out to make a stop, not a save. Save, of course, those of you not familiar with the rules, a save is only registered when the shot had the potential of going into the net.
Desmond's back in that 2-1-2 zone.
All of this happening with two of the Crabber starters on the bench.
Centering pass over the goal,
Both picking up,
which, by the way, as we determined last week,
is 8 foot tall.
8 feet tall and 8 yards wide.
It's got to be tough too. You're used to it, the same guys being in there, and let's face it, the guys that are on the floor have not played together all that often.
That, by the way, is the only standard size to the field, as we mentioned before. Some of you may well know this. Soccer fields do not have a specific dimension like a football field has. It can be anywhere from 50 to 75 yards wide and to 10 miles long. That's right. Those rules have changed slightly. Can't have any more 10-mile long fields. They cut down on that.
There's another goal.
And that one I missed.
Good hustle by
A young lady,
Southern.
I think 18.
Get out. All right. Big kid is quick. Watch the replay.
I'll let you know as soon as she turns around who it was.
And he draws the foul.
That was just an
That could be a huge
opportunity missed there by
Looks like number 2, Tim.
Tony Shin.
I believe it was number 2.
No, they say it
Allie
was number 3.
Baster. Okay.
So Allie Baster.
Oh, maybe that's 3 on the back of the jersey.
Way back to a tie.
So the Warriors now have made it 4-0.
Good and Chambliss with the board. So even with 3 non-starters in there, the Crabbers have a chance to regain the lead.
You can, again, the depth.
And
playing against
possibly
the
we'll
first
have
team
some
all
time
the
added
and
to
defense
the running clock, as we did have a
better team.
momentary injury stoppage
Kids get a chance to play.
after
They
that
wanna prove
second goal.
themselves, too. This is
Less
Southern.
than
He'll kick it back
less than
outside.
3 minutes remaining now on the
Be
clock.
patient is what the Crabbers need to be right now.
Wear some climb up the
And it's
clock.
all Kecoughtan, and again in the zone, Gabriel.
Those guys on the bench a chance to come back in a game. Blizzard.
We got
And a shot over the net.
We need Andy up here doing the commentary. Shoot it! Waited too long.
That's right. Good point.
Young man's getting into the game. It's Andy Foley. Who's our crew today? Want to talk about them while we got a moment?
Yeah, we have Sarah is down on.
Yeah, I was going to say I don't see Mr. Baton today.
And Sarah's on the camera down there. Nate Braxton up here. Got Andy Foley doing graphics and what else he does. Audio. Don Charles is the engineer. Bev Penn doing the instant replay. Scotty Bowers doing everything else. And I do want to take a time to recognize the work of Zooms. You talked about Zooms earlier, but we are giving away for the senior on the girls and boys soccer team, softball, baseball team that has demonstrated academic excellence this year. Those players will be awarded a plaque at a school board meeting. That'll be the 7th of June. And we want to thank David Allen and Zooms for their continued support of WHCS and our student athletes.
Less than a minute remaining.
Oh, you got to look, Bobby Blizzard under the.
Also want to remind the viewers that HCS has a new look. Join Anchor Beth Sadler Monday through Friday at noon and at 5 p.m. for all the news and information about the Hampton City Schools. And of course, the WHCS presents your school board meeting on the first and third Wednesdays of each month at 7:30. So tune in, be informed, and we do tune in on the 7th and watch these 16 young people receive the academic award. 4 from each high school, boys and girls soccer, softball, and baseball.
I want to mention, Bob, that the gentleman in the press box here who's been helping us is Brian Kurtika. We appreciate Brian's help. He was
Yes, we do.
big up to us, gave us some pronunciations, gave us the officials' names, and helped me with the scoreboard clock and some other things. So appreciate Brian's help.
And that's exactly what he's doing. He's Hakeem Zarif is goes.
Warriors again on the attack. And Grace Shin, who has played well in spite of trailing 4-0, makes the stop.
So the Warriors now with 18 seconds will put it up and draw the foul. Nice bucket by number 45.
Time winding down here in the first half.
What he did that time, Lewis, is he used his body to protect the shot. The only way you're going to even
Quite
touch
frankly,
the ball
Katie
is
Hartman
make contact, and now you got
probably
chance
getting a
for
little
free
tired of
throw.
waiting for action at her end. She's kneeling down in the middle of the goal, waiting for some of the action to head her direction.
Yeah, she probably is just happy that it isn't.
Nice problem to have, right?
Still not good. And finally put
Second
it
half will
in
find the
zone.
Crabbers with the wind in their face.
4 seconds.
Or collective face, I guess
The
it is.
buzzer off the mark.
Faces. Centering pass, and the shot over the goal line will give a goalie kick to Hampton.
32-28. We'll be back with the third period of action after this brief timeout.
A player of the game will be selected from each team tonight. Those players will receive a plaque and a shirt. The plaque comes from Buckwalter Engraving. located
Gabriel with some
in
great
Hampton.
moves.
DC
Her shot on goal,
located
fielded
in
by
Yorktown.
goalie
The shirt comes
Shin.
from Islander Hardware and Sporting Goods located in Pocosin. They carry a full
Crabbers
line of individual team supplies
at
and
the
can meet all
midway
your
point.
screen printing needs.
Unable to get the attack going, however, as the Warriors bring it back the other way. Gabriel, right wing pass. And a good play on the defense to prevent a shot. Good job of dribbling. Shot in the corner, just wide to the right, as that one was destined for the corner.
That was an excellent dribble there by that young lady before the kick. I tell you her name, but I can't see her number because her hair's in the way.
Well, that is the end of the first half. And after the first half, it's Kecoughtan 4 and Hampton nothing. We'll return to Darling Stadium with the second half of action after this brief timeout.
They can make the foul shots.
Yep, they really have struggled with just 1 of 8 from the free throw line. And Muffin Curry.
Welcome back. Halftime, starting the second half. As you see, the Warriors are leading the Crabbers 4-0. We'll switch goals, and now, Tim, the
Opportunity to tie the game.
Warriors will have the wind to their back.
And he's short.
So this could be even more problems for the Hampton Crabbers. Young ladies, we were hearing some of the announcements by Mr. Baster, and these seniors, they've got a lot of seniors graduating this year. In the 4 years they've played at Kecoughtan, they have won 40 Peninsula District games and have lost 4. That's such an awesome record to have in 4 years of competition. Got a lot of young ladies going to college on scholarships, field hockey and soccer and academic, and just a great bunch of young ladies here.
Back come the Crabbers. Ronald Curry is
And of course, this is a Kecoughtan home game,
Yeah.
and they were recognized as such, and we certainly want to acknowledge, if we had the information to do so,
Anthony Jones.
all of the accomplishments of the Hampton girls. I know there's a number of them that
Basket of the game. Watch the
will be going off to college, and unfortunately we don't have all that information, so just didn't want them to think we were forgetting them.
Now, I gave what I had, and the young ladies gave to me, and during the first half, and I will talk about the Hampton Lady Crabbers in the second half, and get a little information about things that they're in.
We have a change in the goal for Kecoughtan, and I'm going to see if Brian can share with me who that is. All right, Andrea Pippins. That's what I thought, but I wasn't absolutely sure.
She's just a freshman, Tim.
And at number 5,
4-0. Goals of Bristol Bowman, 2 by Nikki Thompson, and then Allie Baster rounded out the scoring for Kecoughtan, excuse me, in the first half. So we're underway here in the second half. This game brought to you this afternoon by the good folks at Zooms. Zooms with multiple Peninsula locations, now including Newport News. Used to refer to 5 convenient Hampton locations, but now there's one in Newport News in the Hydenwood section.
The one that is doing the best of all the stores.
Can't keep enough of those potato wedges in stock for yours truly.
Tim can't wait. And we also will let the fans know we will pick a player of the game from each one of these teams this afternoon. That player will receive a plaque and a shirt. The plaque comes from Engraving Inc. They're located at Tab Square on Route 17 in Tab. For all your engraving needs, contact Jim at 596-8850. Dave Buckwalter's the owner. The shirt comes from the Islander Hardware and Sporting Goods. They're located in Pecossin. They can meet all your sports needs with a full line of athletic goods, both team, individual, equipment, and uniforms. Plus, they have screen printing on the premises. Call Dave Chubb at 868-8467. John Roberts is the owner.
And Allie Baster just made it 5-0 as she took that centering pass. Watch the replay here. You're going to see this. This is excellent work here. Left wing. Watch the centering pass. All she had to do was easily put it past the goaltender, who had no chance. And the Warriors have made it 5-0.
I guarantee you, Mabry's working the officials over there and saying, look, some of these steals are coming as a result of too much physical contact.
So you may have heard the assist goes to Andrea Broski on an excellent centering pass. Made it easy. Now the Warriors up 5-0 with the wind at their backs. That ball, even though went out of bounds, it was off of a Hampton player. Centering pass.
I don't think that ball I think it went a little further than the young lady thought. When she threw it in, it went way over the head right into the goalie's hands.
There was no place for him to go. You needed to back it off.
Again, Hampton desperately needing to mount some kind of attack. But the Warriors, with a shot just clearing the goal and over the goal, so therefore a goalie kick coming up.
Watch the replay.
That was shot. There's the replay of the shot by Allie Baster.
Actually, I think this is the shot that we just had. This is Broski, Andrea Broski, but she couldn't hold it. So across the goal line, and another goalie kick coming up.
We'll talk a little bit about the Hampton Crabbers. I'll go with the number 12, Megan Stith. She's an ROTC. Megan is number 12, plays right fullback, and is just a 9th grader.
With some caution here, 3:02 in the third period.
By the way, we have a different goalie for Hampton now, and I'm going to only guess this is Melissa Faust, because I see Grace Shin, who wears number 3, is in fact playing a position other than goalie. She's out on the field.
Number 7 is Katie Spalding. She's a senior. She plays left halfback. She's president of the Crabber Media Club.
Almost had a goal there, Bob, as the ball bounded over the goalkeeper's head, and fortunately for Hampton, made contact with the goal post and thus stayed out of the net.
And Katie is also on all-academic team. Number 16, Heather Jones, is just a 9th grader, right? She plays right fullback. She's got a 3.2 GPA, is on the volleyball team. Number 13, Sherry Gaines, sophomore, plays forward. She's an ROTC. Number 15, Megan Volk, is a 9th grader, right fullback.
Beautiful centering pass. The header just, again, over the goal. That was headed by Julie Driftmeyer, and narrowly missed going in.
We'll continue with Megan here, Tim. She's got a 4.0 GPA. She's an ROTC, JV baseball manager. Number 11, Curly Fia. She's on Kietz, 3.53 GPA. Number 10 is Loretta Guthrie, 3.5 GPA.
I don't mean to interrupt you, but that's Fia Curley. Curley is the last name.
Oh,
first name is Fia.
Well, that's right. Fia Curley. You're right. I appreciate that. She's in the National Honor Society.
see. And 1 out of 2.
Number 9, Catherine Sparkman is a forward, is a 12th grader, 3.62 GPA, National Honor Society, Spanish National Honor Society, Kietz academic team, SCA cheerleading.
Got a corner kick coming up here, Bob. This young lady getting ready to take the corner kick has been extremely active this afternoon. This is Gwen Gabriel, and she has really played well on offense. She has set up an awful lot of the attacks that have led to goals by the Warriors.
Well, she's one of the captains on the team.
Beautiful header, but again, just a little too much.
Little too much. Number 8 is Rachel Waterton, 11th grader, left halfback. 4.15 GPA, Spanish National Honor Society, Math National Honor Society. Kietz volleyball. Number 5, Melissa Porrette. She's a sweeper. She's an 11th grader. 3.92 GPA, French Honor Society and SCA. 14, Jennifer Sayers, right halfback, just a 9th grader. 4.12 GPA, she swims and is on to Kietz. Number 6, Ashley Daube, Dobby. She got a 3.75 GPA. She's on the swimming team, SCA, and the German club.
She's just a sophomore.
Yeah.
There's only 5 seniors on the girls' team here, and there are, kind of real quickly, 1, 3, 5, 7 freshmen. So the future bodes well for this Hampton team. A lot of underclassmen coming back. They've got 3 juniors and 3 sophomores to go along with only 4 seniors on this team. So
well, one of the things that hurts them is at the beginning of the season, they didn't have a coach that was named at the beginning of the season either.
Yeah, that helps. That helps to have a coach.
Yeah, it does. Number 9 is Catherine Sparkman. She's one of the seniors, plays forward. She's National Helpers, Quill and Scroll, and on the newspaper staff. Number 1 is Melissa Faust. She's a sophomore. She's a goalkeeper. 3.35 GPA, swimming team, newspaper, German club, Key Club. Number 18 is Carrie Sparkman, is another 9th grader, right halfback, 3.75 GPA, German club, swimming, volleyball, Kietz, drama. The young ladies are busy. And number 2, Kelly McLaughlin, another 9th grader, left fullback, 3.75 GPA, cross country and drama. And I think I got them all in. Appreciate those young ladies giving me that information that I can share with you. That cleared my sinuses.
Sorry about that. I thought I moved the microphone away.
Oh, you moved it right closer to my ears.
Yeah, well, that's
that happens.
no
Tim
more.
is fighting his allergies. Are just getting the best of you, aren't they?
Just about. But I'm hanging in. Hopefully the fans will not be too loud.
Walter Brower trying to rest the starters for the 4th quarter.
So,
No reason to think it won't go down to the wire.
again, the play deep in Hampton territory. The Warriors have just been nowhere near midfield since the start of the second half. They've just been knocking on the door perpetually. This one is high over the net. So fortunately for Hampton, the shots have been high by the Warriors as we've played almost 10 minutes now, approaching the 30-minute mark left in the second half.
Tim, that the wind behind him might have a little bit to do with the way that ball is sailing too.
Sure, there's no question about that.
His basket gave the Warriors.
We saw in the first half the Crabbers being able to kick the ball with the wind well past the midway line, the halfway line, and this time they're fortunate if they even kick it a third of the way downfield. Finally, the Crabbers in the Warrior zone, if only momentarily, but they've got to take some pressure off. They get it into the Warrior zone.
Off the mark, good position underneath for Wilson to rebound.
And the Kecoughtan defense trying to get the ball squared away.
And a shot off the mark.
Hampton will throw in.
And we had a 4-point game at halftime. We have a 2-point game after 3 periods. As the Crabbers trail 47-40.
Kecoughtan scored 4 goals in the first half. First one was Bristol Bowman. Then Nikki Thompson added a couple of goals. And Allie Baster finished scoring, making it 4-0. And then Allie scored in the early moments of the second half to make it 5-0. And the Warriors again on the attack. And a beautiful shot by number 13, Broski. Andrea Broski, the freshman, makes it Kecoughtan 6-0.
That's a big factor in the fourth period here.
It sure is.
Nansemond River in the third period, 8 total rebounds. There you see Sarah Bowers. The turnovers, 8 for Nansemond.
So the Warriors continue to score, and they're showing why they've only lost 1 game in the district this year.
For each team, Hampton was able to get 4 steals, and Nansemond River got just 1 steal in the third period. So we're set to get the final 8 minutes of this final of the Eastern region.
Stolen with another opportunity, and just making the save was Melissa Faust. And a relatively weak clearing pass, but fortunately for the Crabbers, it gets past the Warriors' offense. But the persistence of the Warriors on offense keep the ball going.
And Story now has hit 3 in a row from the free throw line. That was the second foul on Terrence Wilson and the 9th foul against Nansemond River. So from this point on, the Crabbers will be in the double bonus as Story hits.
Crabbers trying to get on the scoreboard.
Hampton's full court.
Bob Killen giving me the statistics over here to my left. Bob is, Muffin Curry ran into the pick.
One of their best opportunities.
Heavy contact, loose ball into the corner, retrieved by the
That one
Warriors,
was deflected on the effort by Catherine Sparkman.
Curry stepped in front. And if you're Walter Brown, you say, whoa, watch out.
But they'll say that it was out of bounds last touched and over the goal line, allowing for a free kick. Goalie or any member can kick it from there.
Walter brought Ronald Curry back in too soon with the 4 fouls. We'll see how that works out.
So again, aided by the wind, a kick that goes the entire length of the field, and Faust has to cover it up.
Boy, she better.
49-47, Hampton by 2. Down low for Blizzard. They're going to try and work on the big man. Blizzard.
And that's what they need to do inside.
Again, much like the first half, the field seemingly tilted to the right here.
One more and he's gone.
The Warrior offense has been in Hampton territory for almost the entire second half. They've come up with 2 goals. Could have been more.
And the rebound comes off to
Gabriel with a shot and a score.
Another night.
So
Boy, they
Gwen
hit
Gabriel.
the corners on that thing.
That's one of the coaches say, no, don't shoot it.
Yes!
So Gwen Gabriel, watch the replay here. You're going to see her on the left wing with a very fine shot right past Melissa Faust. And now Kecoughtan leads 7-0, making a rout of this game.
Let's see if we can see it right here. Oh, it's just simply a bad play. They threw it away.
Yeah, it was just a bad
Again,
pass.
Hampton, a very young team, just 4 seniors on the team. 5 seniors, excuse me. I missed one at the very bottom of my roster here, but the majority of these young ladies back next year. I'm sure they'll be that much better. Not trailing by a lack of effort here. They've gotten good goaltending in spite of the 7 goals. Grace Shin was just outstanding in the first half, and it could have been a whole lot worse if it weren't for her play.
I've been in that situation. Right.
That one went across the goal line and will allow for a free kick. by the Crabbers.
Taken a 7-point lead.
Well, that's a 9-point swing. Real boom like that.
A little more than 24 minutes left in the second half. The kick right to Allie Baster.
Good job. We got all of the starters, including the ones with foul trouble, out of there. Rested them the last couple of minutes. Maybe they lost a bucket in the
Katie
transition.
Hartman now in the second half, playing in the attack for the Warriors.
Time to go. 6:05 left. Muffin Curry hounding the ball carrier. And this is Wilson, too strong. Bobby Blizzard with the rebound, but threw it away. And Muffin back underneath, steals it right back.
I tell you, both teams are just so quick.
The crowd is loving this game. Whether you're a Crabber fan or a Warrior fan, the crowd has been up and enjoying it. Chambliss. This is to Ronald. Ronald sees a
Hampton
gap.
trying to get the attack going.
Just getting the ball out of their end of the
Yep.
field is what they're trying to do, and then maybe can mount attack.
And if that's on 55, he's gone.
Kecoughtan does such an excellent job of controlling the ball.
Well, they say now that's his fourth.
Clearly a well-skilled team.
That could have been a charge. I don't know, between you and me, Ronald Curry seemed to run right up his back.
Hampton simply
And again, Curry
stops the action by kicking it out.
Gets it out to Curry. And he'll try a three. No.
And stopped by the goalie.
Well, I tell you what, Johnny Story is really starting to rebound with some authority.
Crowd is zooming and awing with every play, and the flow of this game has got them really going. And 2 easy offensive rebounds in there.
One of them right over the back of Johnny
Shot
Story
on
that
goal
time,
and
but
saved
there was no
by
call.
Faust.
Just the first basket by Anthony Davis here in the second half. And the lead now is 7. 56-49, 4:45.
And a save made, but unnecessarily so, as the Warriors were offside.
Like they were offside, sure did.
Signals for a timeout.
Let me see if I got any other little tidbits. Those of you who are very familiar with, we have some trivia, great trivia here that you might not have known, and followed the U.S. soccer history. You know, it started back in 1620. That's when the Pilgrims played with that name I can't pronounce, but it translated to the Indians called it
Game played with the foot.
the game. They gather to play ball with the foot.
11-2. So
And 200 years later, well, 200 years later, yeah, 200 years later, 1620, and then 1820, many American colleges played football. But there was no intercollegiate competitions. The rules were casual, and they often changed. So if you didn't like the rules, you just changed them, I guess.
And they were
Well,
playing
with
the
something that you like.
Eastern Regionals.
And in 1869, Princeton University and Rutgers University engaged in the first intercollegiate soccer match November 6th in New Brunswick, New Jersey, with Rutgers winning 6-4. And that game was much more similar to soccer at that time than American football as we know.
Underneath for Story, and Story can't hold on to it, but
A
unfortunately,
long storied history dating all the way back to 206 BC in China.
4:12
played
remaining
soccer.
in regulation. Crabbers with the ball in a 7-point lead, and Blizzard is fouled on the shot. He'll get 2.
Warriors again
And
with
it
a
looks like
chance.
it's on Anthony Davis.
Nice effort that time by Rebecca Metz.
Boy, it really,
As you said, she likes
she
to be
would
called
knock
Metz.
down, her and the Hampton Crabber would knock each other down, and they both got up and just continued right on.
And Godwin have been just really tough to score against inside, and that will be one less big body that the Crabbers will have to contend with. Mabry, of course, I believe has a minute. In order
About halfway through the second half, as we are right at the 20-minute mark
This young man is coming in right now.
of the second half.
He's been out here all night long too, Troy Godwin. But you know, a lot of people think, you know, it was an upset last night when
Good save by Faust to deflect that shot.
Look at the way this team is
And that'll
playing.
set up a
That was
corner
no
kick
upset. That
for
was a
the
toss-up
Warriors.
from
That was Gwen Gabriel again on the
So Blizzard,
kick.
after missing his only
And she
other
will
free
kick the
throw
corner
attempt,
kick.
hits the first here, And of course, with the double bonus in effect, it'll be
See
two
the
shots
replay
on
here
every
and the
occasion.
fine
The
effort by
Desmond River team
goalie
has
Faust
only-
to
excuse me,
keep the
Hampton's
ball
only
out of the net,
been
and then
called
another
three
good
fouls, so they
effort
could
by
get
the
another
Warriors on
foul before National
offense,
River
but the Crabber
will be shooting,
defense stops them.
1-1. So Blizzard starts a new streak here as he hits both of them, and it gives Hampton a 9-point lead. Chambliss and Muffin Curry doing the defense. Almost stolen by Chambliss. That looked like a walk. Nice feed for Godwin. Troy Godwin with the high percentage shot makes it a 7-point difference.
And that was great interior pass on that time by the Nasman River Warriors.
3:40 in regulation. Muffin Curry being guarded by the much taller Terrence Wilson. Now gives to Aaron Chambliss.
Goalie Faust has been busy here in the second half.
This is Story, kicks it back out to Muffin.
I was reading some of this history, Bob. In 1950, the U.S. defeated England 1-0 in the 1950 World Cup in Brazil in June. It was perhaps the biggest upset ever in international soccer. Of course, the Brits have played soccer for many, many years, and it is their national sport, but they call it football.
Reach in foul on number 20, Riddick. That might be all
Not the
for him.
football that we know football to be.
That is.
That's 5 for Riddick.
So the second starter.
You know, back in 1975, the New York Cosmos of the North American Soccer League signed Pele, of course, probably the
Right.
most recognizable name.
Yeah, he's in a lot of the crossword puzzles.
In 1975, this was pre-megabucks. You know, this was before everyone made $1 million. Pele was paid $2.8 million to play for the Cosmos, and it really was an effort that unfortunately didn't succeed ultimately in making soccer a national accepted sport. It just never has really caught on to the degree people thought it might in the U.S.
8 of the last 9 of the last 10.
Of course, the most famous soccer game in recent years was when the women's national team won
2:50 to go.
in 1999. And it was
Wilson, Terrence Wilson has just been
something that the whole country got behind.
Yes,
and,
they did.
And really followed. And
you don't want to do that if you don't have to.
That probably had more to do with soccer recently than anything else.
Ronald Curry threw a lot of passes to that young man in the football on the football field.
Got more young ladies involved in it than before, I would bet.
Story defending. Shot is knocked out. Stolen.
nice save by Melissa Faust. Hampton.
In the lane, blocked.
Again, the Crabbers, I don't think they've had a shot on goal here in the second half. I don't recall them having
The
one.
difference. Ronald Curry across the timeline.
Very one-sided.
58, and the Hampton Crabbers call time, leading by just 5. 4 straight points by the Warriors.
Well, they cut that 9-point lead down to 5 real quick. But you're right, that pass was an ill-advised pass because Blizzard.
Crabbers almost had something cooking.
Now, we have seen him on the football field where you can make some moves and you don't have to stand still to get the ball.
And they do have a bit of a breakaway and a collision between the Crabber.
That was a jump ball between Story and Godwin. They both had the ball. I've seen a jump ball.
And slow to get up is the goalkeeper,
This time none. And then
Pippins, as she was run into.
Story put it in the hole.
But you gotta like
Watch the replay here. This was a
She's Andy is right. She was out of the box, and
fair game.
yeah, you got a free kick.
6 points in the first half, 6 here in the second half for Godwin.
You see the
And again,
Warriors set up the wall there. Kicking for Hampton is Heather Jones, number 16.
score in the contest. And Maurice Riddick, who was also a starter.
Oh, hit the crossbar. What a beautiful kick by Jones, but just caught the crossbar. Unfortunately for Hampton, the shutout continues, but boy, that was the best effort they've had.
Wow.
Fine kick into the wind. And if she just caught a little bit of a break there and the downdraft caused that ball to drop a bit, that was a goal. Goaltender had no chance.
What a terrible call.
Anybody who hasn't tried to play soccer, by the way, that is one very skilled sport. Warriors in on goal, and a goal scored by Aaron Hebert. So the Warriors are spreading the scoring around as now 6 different players have scored the 8 goals. Saw the replay there. Beautiful effort.
Crabbers a tired team right now. Chambliss. He and Curry will play catch. Muffin Curry lost his footing.
Little more than 13 minutes left in this contest, and I'm sure the Lady Crabbers will be glad to see that time off the clock as they are having a tough go against a superior Kecoughtan team who leads 8-0.
You got to play not to lose. You got to play to win. You can't play not to lose.
Ronald Curry
Clearly through no lack of effort on the part of the Hampton Crabbers. They've doing the best they can, but they're just outmanned.
That is a terrible 2.
Couple of real questionable calls, but that's the toughest call.
Do we want to remind the viewers that to tune in on at noon and at 5 p.m. to join the HCS reports for all the news and information about the Hampton City Schools with anchored Beth Sadler. And of course, the first and third Wednesdays of each month at 7:30 p.m. live, we have the Hampton School Board. So watch that.
Tyra Ward just missing, just over the crossbar. And what about the math zone now? Is that going on too?
Homework 2000, the math zone. Yeah, that's going on. We'll be on Tuesdays and Thursdays usually. Yep, from 5 to 6:30 p.m. The live, televised, interactive call-in program to help students with their math.
What's Aaron been from the foul line tonight?
Tyler elementary teacher Cassandra Hamilton and Davis Middle School teacher Sherry Martin. Give them a call at 850-5426 every Tuesday and Thursday from 5 to 6:30 p.m.
I tell you,
I was talking about some of the origins of soccer earlier. In Alaska and in Canada, the Eskimos played it on ice.
Well, now there you go. Your footing could be
Telling you.
treacherous. Kick the ball, miss it, and knock yourself out, like fall on your head or something.
At the ancient China in 2500 BC, they also have mentions of it, and they played with a net stretched between poles that were 30 feet high. Records indicate that it was played as part of the emperor's birthday celebration. The Chinese also played some form of the game to train soldiers during the Qin dynasty from 255 BC to 206 BC. According to records, it was played extensively during the Han dynasty. You remember that? Weren't you around for the Han dynasty?
I remember I used to eat with him a lot.
Yeah.
We used to. In fact, he showed me how to use chopsticks.
There you go, from 206 BC. And again, the goalie all the way out, almost halfway to the midfield line. So Andrea Pippins, not bashful coming out of that
Boy,
net.
she isn't, and she's very aggressive. But I think she's getting a.
Wanted to get in the action here. Yeah, I got kind of
But she's coming out.
kind of a morbid message for you about some of the hockey in England. There's a story in the 1100s, Bob, that speaks of enemies using skulls for soccer balls.
Well, not only that kind of gruesome, but a little hard on the foot, isn't it?
Yeah, a little tougher on the skull.
He had 12 points to this point.
But that's not what got him
So
to play
in the 12th century, in England, the game had become such a violent mob sport with no rules that any sort of behavior was condoned. This earned a secession of royal bans. They banned the game. Nevertheless, the sport grew in popularity.
Ban something and it will.
Oh, yeah.
Tell them you
see?
can't do it,
Can't do
people
it.
will love it.
They're going to want to play it. And even today, many notorious stories out of England speak of the, as we see, that must be Miss Hartman, Katie Hartman, coming back in at goalie. Yep, that's what it is. So we probably had our goaltender, Miss Pippins, was shaken up on some of that heavy contact she's made. You know, the origin of the British hooligans, unfortunately, is probably not fair to all British fans. Just like a few bad apples that threw snowballs, you know, during the Jets game a couple of years ago, and they get the bad rap. But unfortunately, it's been European soccer fans have not gotten a particularly good reputation. I think, from what I understand, most of it well earned. That one just over the net again. Heather Jones has just missed on 2 opportunities, literally by a foot. And on the first one, it hit the crossbar. A matter of inches there. This has been a very mild game, though. We're talking about the problems with some mob behavior. The girls' game here has been well controlled by the officials, done a good job of keeping everybody under control.
That's what Guy calls it.
The only thing that hasn't been in control is the offense of the Warriors. Just been, what a beautiful pass.
Oh, nice try, really was.
Tyra Ward just missed an opportunity, and this one goes wide. So that'll be a free kick. As we are down now to a little more than 7 minutes remaining in the ball game, in the soccer match, I should say.
And then let him shoot. Don't foul for sure.
Run off the clock.
Yeah, don't
Can't
foul.
stop the clock again. So
Andy's enjoyed this game in the truck.
Ah, he is that.
Walk away from the ball. You got
I'm the most
5
vocal
seconds
fan.
to bring it in.
technically, you can't.
Well, we
lose
finally
this
found something that he knows.
Is that right?
When he's shooting a three-pointer, he makes both the ties, goes in overtime.
Don't say.
If you talk soccer to Volkswagen, you got Andy's attention. Everything else, he gets this real blank look on his face.
No, you don't.
He's asking me to adopt him so that I can take him to New York and Colorado and all these places I'm going this summer.
You're going to Colorado too.
Yeah, and Raleigh and St. Paul, Minneapolis.
I didn't know about the Colorado trip. I knew you were going to New York.
Yeah, Colorado end of June.
You know, let loose of some of those big bucks you got and get up there and see cats before they wrap that up.
We already got our tickets.
Got your tickets.
Yep.
And now they've dribbled the ball down the court, and no time has gone off the clock.
That's all. Andy likes skiing. We get you up there high enough in elevation, you can go skiing, Andy.
Well, you know, I made the comment that
You play soccer for miles and miles, couldn't you?
That's right.
when they're going to give them the ball, they're going to take 2 seconds off.
They took 2 seconds.
There's a new game, soccer on skis.
Soccer skis, that would be a tough one.
But we'll have to live with that. But again, your point is, hey, let them score. Let them score. Let the ball go through the hoop.
Stop made by Melissa Faust. As the score now with 5.5 minutes left on the scoreboard. Not the official time, but close to it, I would assume. Kecoughtan 8 and Hampton nothing.
Trailed at halftime. They trailed after 3, but not to be denied.
We're going to pick our players of the game here, and certainly on the Kecoughtan side with all the scoring, there's a lot of choices from which we could have our picks, and unfortunately we only can choose one. And interestingly, we're going to choose the young lady from Kecoughtan that did not score 2 goals. There are 2 players that did. That's Nikki Thompson and Allie Baster, and certainly to take nothing away from their effort. But we feel that Gwen Gabriel has been instrumental in those scores and others, along with her own goals. So Gwen is going to get the player of the game from Kecoughtan. And certainly, as I say, through no easy choice here.
No,
a lot
sir.
of good choices to be made. Some superb play by the Lady Warriors this afternoon. And on the Hampton side, certainly again through no lack of effort. But we both feel that Grace Shin played extremely well in goal and now on the attack for Hampton. And she was a bright spot for them. In spite of allowing 4 goals, quite honestly, if you've watched the first half, it could have been a whole lot worse. And
Well, she stopped a lot of goals that would have gone in that first half. You're right there.
so Grace Shin, our choice for Hampton, and Gwen Gabriel, our choice for Kecoughtan. Players of the game.
And we
Black
do
and a
have-
t-shirt.
Yeah, do we have that spelling right for Grace? Is it S-H-I-N? Is that correct?
That's what I'm told. We'd want to confirm that if we
Yeah, I'd
can.
like to confirm that if I could, so we'll make sure the plaque is right.
We're going to do the statistics for Bob here as Muffin Curry will join Bob in center court.
Oh my God, Muffin here. You have got to be, and that team got to think that you were just all over the place. You have caused.
Oh, we got a goal, number 10 for the Crabber. That's Tyra Ward. I mean, for the Warriors.
Yep, Tyra gets her goal. And we are confirming that it is S-H-I-N, Shin, yeah. Here's your replay.
And we came out second half and we turned it up.
Well, and your guys coming out did a good job because you had to rely on them, but they get to practice against you guys all year long, so they got to be used to that kind of pressure.
Yeah, they got the chance to show what they had tonight, and they stuck in there and kept us in the
So a
game.
little more than 2.5 minutes left in the match.
Player of the game, but not only defensively, but 12 points ain't bad either.
No, that's not my usual, but I'll take it.
Congratulations. Good enough. All right, Tim, let's go back to you.
Good thing I found that executive facial tissue downstairs.
Your little drama there with the sound effects. Andy's response was, he's dying up there.
Hey, I'm a trooper, though. I'm hanging in there. I can't see. I can't stop sneezing. But out of all of the above, Scotty. All of the above.
Points each for Jared Green and Jeremy Southern, but we've already talked about
The clock stopped with 2 minutes left, so I'm going to assume that as we reach that point, then the time on the field will, of course, be official, as it always is. But with a 9-0, Andy, we never said that.
Where did he get that from?
Well, most morons don't even know 2 things, right? You're an above average moron. No,
That didn't come out quite the way you wanted
That
it.
didn't come out. That probably is going to earn us a misspelling on our names for the
At
next
least.
graphics. At least, or flat tires.
Hey,
We're just teasing with you.
Hey, last time he talked to us, it blew our sinuses.
Yes, it did.
Cleared your sinuses up for a
In fact,
minute.
that's when my trouble started, when Andy did that into the headset. No, we're just teasing. And Andy Foley, who is a good guy.
Does
Beetle.
the graphics, does the audio, and
Beetleman.
And knows soccer, and knows Volkswagens. Not saying that's all he knows, but that's something. He's
He
two
knows
things he's
those
very
things.
interested in.
That's right.
Well, he likes to ski.
You know what I'm saying? 'Cause when it come to
I
games
guess we
like
can't
this,
really save it after this, can we?
I don't think
It's
he's
a little
gonna,
too late.
I don't think he's going to buy it.
Andy's not saying anything to us anymore.
Congratulations. All right, Tim. Let's go back to you.
Kecoughtan on their way to victory here with a 9-0 score. And less than a minute remaining in the contest. And we want to thank Zooms with multiple Peninsula locations serving quality Citgo gas and great food as well. They've got that Coffee Town Beantown coffee. That's what it is.
Coffee Town Bean.
Well, no, I was thinking it was Beantown coffee.
Yes.
That's good stuff.
Yes, it is.
Soft drinks, fried chicken, pizza, pastries, fresh donuts. Quite an assortment of good, tasty stuff available for you at Zoom's. We appreciate their sponsorship.
Well, you got a whole week off to rest up, and again, congratulations, fine tournament. You guys are just, I mean, you make the games exciting for the fans.
Thank you.
Kecoughtan again threatening.
We'll talk to you later. All right, let's go back to Tell.
All right, thank you, Bob. Thank you, Ronald. And that's going to just about do it for us here at Churchill. The final score again, the Hampton Crabbers win the Eastern Regional, the second year in a row that they've been able to do that.
Just a few seconds left in this contest. Guthrie in for Hampton.
3 years ago. In any event, 2 in a row.
Kecoughtan will improve their record to 12-1 overall.
12-2.
12-2. I knew that.
6-1.
The Central Region from Richmond. Now they're giving the awards to the Hampton players. You see them on your screen.
Tim, one thing you got to say about the Hampton Crabbers is they will make the game exciting for the fans.
They always have.
Crabbers battling to the end, though. They're not going to allow the Warriors an easy goal here.
Player of the game with 12, 14 for Chambliss, and Muffin gets a huge round of applause from the fans when he's introduced. 10 points for Ronald Curry, 16 for Bobby Blizzard. He had 32 and 31 in the other 2 games. Gee, I wonder if Bobby Blizzard might get MVP for the tournament.
Well, if he does it, then somebody's blind or can't add or something's wrong. But this whole team, and Tim, I want to make a special reference.
High shot over.
A little too much foot.
A little too much of that.
Well, he gets it up in the air, and that wind is going to carry it further than what you intended to, but she did get underneath a little bit. That could be a good shot for you to learn, Tim, that little pitching wedge, get it that high, a little backspin off.
Working on it. That'll be a new club today.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. Guaranteed to cut strokes off my game.
That's it.
And the officials signal the conclusion of our contest. So again, our players of the game, Grace Shin and Gwen Gabriel. Fine effort this afternoon by both of these squads. But Kecoughtan clearly the better squad as they win 9-0 over the Lady Crabbers. So again, want to thank Zoom's for being our corporate sponsor. For Bob Hintz and the entire Channel 46 crew, thanks for watching. Good afternoon, everybody.